Hey there.
Hey,
Hey, how are you doing?
good.
That's good. Yeah, we're just waiting for other people. Hopefully someone will show up.
Claire. Hey, how's it going?
Hey there.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Busy.
Likewise. Do you know if those paintings got in yet? Or the works on paper?
I'm not yet. You know,
I know,
US
it's
Postal is
taken a
not the
long
most,
time.
Not what it used to be.
yeah, I think we're gonna probably recommend FedEx for shipping, but to the fair, but that's just me. at
Okay.
this- I don't know. I mean, I just use FedEx for everything, and UPS I only use once, and that was it. But
I've used
I've never
FedEx
had a
before and it was fine.
yeah,
I've
I
never had
mean,
issues with UPS
Yeah.
before. I've never had issues, but I don't know if they're like more expensive or what. But
I think
they've
they're
always
around the same
worked.
price. FedEx and USPS, and I think they're all around the same price.
They're all, yeah. Well, they have to compete with each other, so I guess
There was
they can't
like
be
a
too different.
very long at the post office. There was like an hour-long line. They're just
Holy
struggling.
crap.
They're just struggling a lot. There's like 2 people for like
Oh,
working there for a whole neighborhood.
no.
hey Alyssa. Hey,
Hey,
I have not seen you
Hey.
in ages, Alyssa.
I know.
Yeah,
How's it
well,
going?
I'm doing all right. I guess you have flooding at your apartment too, or not?
Yeah, we're still trying to get that figured out. Hopefully it's gonna get sorted, but
Where do
yeah,
you live? You're in
nuts.
Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, I'm in Bushwick.
Oh, did that get like killed or something by Ida?
Yeah, weirdly enough, Henry wasn't bad, so I wasn't really expecting anything. And then yeah, Ida like flooded a street a couple streets up from me, like 4 feet. It was nuts. But there's just like not a lot of infrastructure for that over here. I think it's just mostly
Oh,
that.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have a feeling that the science fiction book that Kim Stanley Robinson wrote is probably going to be very accurate. So,
Yeah. But
well, anyway, Claire, you're still coming on Friday for the fair, is that right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so actually that's not a VIP night, so we can only give you regular tickets for
Oh,
that.
fine.
But you and your partner, I guess, so I'll give you the codes. We get 10 VIP tickets and then 20 of the regular ones.
I
Okay,
think it
cool.
was 30 regular ones, wasn't it, Albert? I think we got 30, but I don't know. We have enough anyway.
Okay, cool. Good, then we can use the regular ones and not use up the VIP.
Yes. And I sent you an email, so we already got everyone that signed up who wanted to be part of it. There are a few declines due to like some other commitments. But anyway, I sent an email. Now you can just simply send your images, the pricing and everything, like, and then you can actually ship right now too, just so you know.
Oh
So
yeah,
you
I
can,
saw that.
yeah, so I negotiated with Robinson so we can ship our artwork right now and they'll store it for us at West Village Gallery because the art fair director also runs that gallery as well. So, or you could drop it off in person, I suppose, at the gallery. I mean, maybe that's better. I don't know which one's better. But, so anyway, welcome. Hey, Ree, how you doing? I haven't, I've seen you recently, but not that recently. Anyway, you should introduce yourself. Anyway, actually, we should all introduce ourselves because I don't think any of us met. So we'll start off with Bryce and then go on to everyone.
I'm Bryce. I'm co-curator here at Office Space, and I'm doing a double degree bachelor's for anthropology and art history right now. So, and I'm excited to work with all of you guys. Albert, you're on mute.
Oh
But do
yeah,
you wanna just keep going
everyone
down
knows me, I guess. I'm Albert, pretty easy. One of the curators and also a conceptual artist. So, yep, third year student here at the U with Bryce. We're both actually taking the feminist art history class together. So, anyways, on to the artists. Oh, introductions. Sorry.
I can go first. I'm Ruo Yi, and I just graduated from the CalArts MFA art program like 4 months or 3 months before. Yeah, and I do a lot of like video work and performance and kind of like combining the sculpture or object that I made myself into part of my video work. I kind of like invent figures and creatures, things like that. Yeah, and right now I'm in Los Angeles, and I'm going to be in New York during the art fair, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
So
that'll be awesome.
I might be able to come, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to
That's
figure
fine.
that out.
Yeah, well, that'll be great too, because we're planning to have like, I think 2 dinners with the artists, like just us as a gallery. So, yeah, we'll have one earlier in the week and then one later, right before it closes, just because people, need time to gather. So, okay, we can move on to the other ones, I suppose.
I'll go next. I'm Alyssa. I just graduated as well from SBA, and I am an interdisciplinary artist, mostly video, some sculpture and photo, kind of focusing on how the influx of digital life has been influencing culture kind of now, but also in the past maybe 5 years too.
My name is Claire. I live in Queens, New York, and I'm a painter primarily. Studio, mini studio visit. My work primarily deals with education institutions and the experience of working and being in them. I'm also a public school teacher. Yeah.
So I'm Joan. I am a collage painter. My theme is what I call the absurd poetry of the urban world. And the urban landscape and the digital landscape are of equal interest to me. And the absurd is becoming more and more important. And somehow I enjoy working with showing connectivity where there doesn't appear to be any.
Well, thanks for all the introductions. That was great. So anyway, I just really want to express our appreciation that you all wanted to participate. So Bryce will be getting the announcement out. Just so you know, we won one travel grant so far from the school. So we're pretty excited. And then Robinson's really working with her team to promote. So they're slowly doing it over Instagram. So, and then they're going to get a, I guess, news release out in New Jersey area, which will be really nice. So, yeah, and I'm trying to think. Let's see. Everyone, think Alyssa, are you the only one that you have your piece already determined? I believe, right? for the
Yes,
fair?
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you sent me the mock-up, which
Mhm.
I'll incorporate. I'm actually going to start building a catalog for everyone's work, which is why I want high-res images. So it's
Okay,
going to look
cool,
really nice. Bryce is going to write the blurb, so he's going to write a critical review. I'll write maybe like a very short introduction. I don't know how much time I have, but I'm definitely going to compile it so you can actually download the PDF and then print it out for yourself. I'll have a few floating copies, so it's just going to be a checklist, which includes the art as well as all the pricing for the people. And then, yeah, we'll be very excited. We have well, I guess 19 that are going to be participating. Is it 19 or 18? Something like that. Anyway, it's pretty exciting.
I'm going through a list, or I'm going through right now to see.
Yeah.
Because I'm writing down everybody's names so that I have like a running list for making the announcement this week. So I'll let you know how many people when I get through this. But I think, yeah, we're somewhere around like 18, 19.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess our critical review will probably do a very cursory like overview. It's going to be sort of a semi-long one because of the number of artists, but we'll probably end up we'll probably, I guess, Bryce, you'll determine like the variety, based on the variety of pieces we'll want to cover, like one example. I mean, we'll mention everyone, obviously, but I mean, it's going to be like a 20-page press release if we try to do everyone's work. So, Bryce, I'm going to have to let you figure out how to
Yeah.
keep it within 2 to 3 pages because we really, press releases, unfortunately, aren't articles in art form. So we don't have the luxury of
Yeah, well, and also nobody's gonna read something that's
no,
like
no
20
one's going to
pages
read it,
long for something, so
definitely. But
we'll just have
I
to
think
hit highlights. But
I think definitely we want to showcase not only just the variety of media, but also like people's different backgrounds. Obviously, whether it's geographical location, ethnicity, just visual language. So that'll be a fairly imperative thing. So we're very excited to see what you all come up with. And Joan, I figure you're doing site-specific installation for this one still. At least you alluded to that.
I'm real flexible. My work on my website, I will take a couple of the paintings that do go beyond the rectangle and challenge the rectangle if you would like me to, but
Yeah,
I can
that'd be great.
also just send smaller ones. This is something I didn't want to trouble everybody with, and I thought maybe I would speak to you or Bryce about it when I have my own concept, because we did speak last time also about by the 7th of October having some few sentences that we thought would help you,
Yes.
to figure out what we're thinking that might be helpful.
Yeah.
And so I haven't done that yet. We do have a little time, and then I'll pick out a couple and then use a couple of smaller paintings also, so that there's a range of mine. But I really want to make it easy for you all, and I'm not far away, and so I can come and take things down and put it back up
Yeah.
or do whatever.
Well, I think what will end up happening is, due to the number of artists, we'll probably end up using our paper catalog as the pivot point to showcase people's work. So we can't hang up all of them at the same time. So we'll be rotating. And most likely, to be honest, we'll be selling from our storage. We got to figure out what the on-site storage at Mana Contemporary will be. And also there'll be a lot of potential sales like after the fair as well. So some stuff will probably, I know some people designated want to, take down their own works, and then some people wanted to have them shipped to Salt Lake. So it's a case by case basis, but we're pretty excited. And then obviously we still have to manage solo shows. I know, like Claire, your show's coming up soon. Uh, we're trying to determine that, you know. So, and then yeah, well, ideally I like to get everyone a solo show like at some point at the gallery after the fair, which would be nice. But that's up to you. You know, I know every artist is a different like magnitude of like how much they're doing. So it's you know, we go by your all of your schedules rather than us, because you know, some people have very like meticulous processes that, you know, doesn't rapidly produce some art, and some people are just very prolific. So it's everybody has different cycles of, you know,
Mhm.
creating work, that is. So anyway, does anyone have any questions or like ideas or anything? Oh yeah, go ahead.
I have an idea. It's now the middle of September. The deadline, the hard deadline for submitting our information and everything is October 7th. And then the show is November 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and the following weekend. Do you think it would be, I don't know, I enjoy meeting everybody, and I'm wondering if more people would come if we met every other week rather than every week. It's your call, you guys.
Yeah, I
But
think we could try to do that.
sometimes diluting the time frame means that fewer people arrive, but I just offer that as a suggestion for you
Yeah,
to
we
think
could
about.
meet every other week. It's just, I'll email everyone. The reason is, in my experience, like having open communication is pretty important. And also with most art fairs, it's very atypical to have as high a participation. So we're pretty excited to have this. So, and everyone has a different schedule. So having it every week, I thought would be logical. But I mean, we could do it every other week if
Maybe it's
everyone
better,
feels.
really, it's your call. It's just, I was thinking we just might get more people.
Yeah,
If it
what
were
do
every 2
you
weeks,
all
that maybe
think?
everybody would come or something.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
what does everyone think?
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Actually, I want this to be democratic here.
For me personally, it would be easier to commit to every other week.
Okay.
But it depends, like if you guys would, I could see if the purpose is for all the artists to meet, then fewer meetings would probably bring more people in. But if the purpose is for us to be able to check in with you guys and like ask questions and for you guys to be able to talk to each other, then every week makes sense. So to me, it just depends on kind of what the goal is.
I think it's to do both, honestly, and it's hard to do both because we just have so many people involved. I mean, we have 18 artists plus the collective, so and the collective doesn't ever meet, obviously, for evident reasons. But ideally, I like all the artists to meet at some point, but we just are all over the map. I mean, like Yulia's out in Poland, so that's not going to be feasible. And some of us are like in LA, and New York is still very predominant, and then Chicago and Texas. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, I think I will schedule it. We could skip next week, especially because let me look at the schedule. I'll just email everyone and then do it on the 3rd, the 17th. And then maybe as it gets closer, I might meet every week again. I
Yeah.
think we would need to because we need to figure out logistics. And I'm hoping everyone will ship their pieces earlier. Definitely a tracking number and carrier is needed. Well, that information is needed. So, but yeah, I can schedule it so it's every other week. Bryce, what about you? I think you feel the same, especially we have a lot of work in our classes too.
That would be better. Plus,
Yeah, but we have to meet every week.
14C is also
Yeah.
still trying to also
Let me
get
see.
their plans together. So, I mean, we've gotten like some more new information, but not too much besides just like shipping info.
Okay.
So I think like it would be better to probably cut down as well. And
Okay,
then
here is,
before we could meet a couple times.
yeah,
right?
I'm thinking we will
Because we'll
meet
have more info.
every other week until the 17th and of no October. And then we'll meet every week. Because our last meeting will be the 31st on Halloween.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way because we're not here on the 7th, just so you know. Like we are straight up in New York.
Mhm.
And just to give you preliminary plans, the 7th is when we're arriving in the afternoon, so we can meet any one of you. We'll give our numbers. Ryan's coming with us, but it's mostly Bryce and I. And then the 14th, the evening, yeah, we're not really available because I've already booked us for the Blue Note Cafe for a concert. Haven't been there in ages, and Bryce and Ryan haven't ever seen a live jazz set. So, and you know, the Blue Note's a legendary, place. So, but yeah, we're very excited about the fair. Actually, yeah, it'd be nice to get availability for everyone, so I can schedule dinner because I got to start. A lot of this planning also is like I'm trying to get 2 dinners for us, and I need to book if we're going to be a large enough group. I need to book, and I need to figure out what people want and where people want to meet up in New York. Because, I mean,
if dinner doesn't work for everyone and they like can do something during the day on the
we could
days
do
we have
lunch
free
too.
days,
But,
we will be at museums so people can just come
Mhm.
crash at a museum with us, check out art. So that's always fun. But yeah, you'll just everyone will have to let us know kind of what um your schedules are like and what your like weeks will be like during that week. But obviously, um, you probably won't know until you get closer to time as everything's always crazy, but that's fine. I get it. I'm the same way. I'm like, I wish I could plan out ahead of time, but sometimes you just can't.
But it's going to come so fast. You know how it
Yeah.
just flies all of a sudden. So
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty busy enough as is because I still have to. I have one more art competition this year to submit to, and that's here in Utah. So, but apart from that, nothing at the moment. Roy, are you doing a video piece or installation piece? Do you know? Like,
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing video work. So I
Mm.
was going to ask about like the I don't know, like monitors and things like
yeah,
that.
I don't know. We don't have that planned, so we may have to bring our own equipment.
I know the question is, I mean, not the question. The thing is like I do have like monitors here, like at my place, and I have 2. And maybe you can see one of those, like the shadow there is like a monitor. So I
Hmm.
was wondering if, I don't know if you have any problem with like monitors and this kind of equipment. I can also
I
just like
don't
keep
know.
them
That's
here.
something,
But
actually, I should probably email Robinson about that. But we would need to have our own equipment because
yeah, but yes.
just wait. We have someone here now. These means are great. Hey, Aksa?
Yeah,
Hello.
I'm hi.
Beautiful. Yeah, you should introduce yourself because you're new to the group here.
Oh, give me a second. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Aksa. I am from Chicago. Well, not technically from Chicago, but from a suburb, Illinois. And I am Islamic artist. I do Islamic calligraphy, and my art is all about spirituality and some part of history. So
Thanks for introducing yourself. So,
Okay.
yeah. Roy, I think we need to we'll probably end up having to ship our own equipment. The only thing I got to figure out is electric wiring to the booth which is fundamentally something I need to ask. So that is a good question. I will actually bug them about it. So we don't have anyone, and actually, Alyssa, your piece will be part video, part software. So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
need
I
to
was gonna
figure that
say,
out.
the same kind of questions about monitors, and I have a couple pictures. I'm gonna send you the high res images, etc. that I already planned out. But there was a couple different ways of installing that I've done, and yeah, there's like a couple of things with that I can send to you, and then just like get back to you on that.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering the same thing about monitors and all that.
Yeah, I'm feeling, we got 2 walls. So we have 16
Yeah.
linear feet, which means something that if we can wire, if we could put the 2 works on the opposite side of the booth as the boundary, then we could rotate everything in the middle. So I'm thinking, depending on the size of the work, we could probably have at any time like 6 works. So, but yeah, this is all going to be problem solving, and that's the reason for these meetings. We got to figure out the logistics. So let me email Robinson really quickly. We didn't apply for the video booths, but that's because the video booths are small and they only can really do 1 work at a time. So let me email her right now. 1 moment. Okay, that's flattering. Just wait. Sorry. Okay. I apologize for doing that in the middle of the meeting, but I don't want to forget about that. So, Aksad, how are you doing lately?
Good.
Yeah, do you have any questions about the fair or your work? I guess since they're all works on paper, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, mostly I do the canvases, but we talked about it. He said it'd be easier to ship in.
Yes, we'll do works on paper. If people want the canvases, they can always contact us afterwards.
Yeah, that's why I was planning to just do the paper ones. I was actually thinking of using these acrylic
Mhm.
papers.
Oh, nice.
These work, or do I
They
need
look
to clean them,
pretty
or
awesome. I like them.
so they would work without the frame?
Yeah, we can mount without the frame. We just have to get sleeves. Bryce, we should probably order some sleeves when people take the work with them. So
Yeah.
we should probably drop ship some sleeves over at the fair.
Oh yeah, we definitely want to do that. So measurements are going to be extremely helpful because then we can plan on what size sleeves to buy.
I have one question when you're done, Bryce.
Oh no, go ahead.
I know I don't know if I asked you before, but I think you talked about the idea feminism. Is there a theme, like the art has to be that theme, like feminism or something?
It's pretty open-ended. It's mostly about the feminist archive and praxis. So it's whatever you feel you just express from your studio. So we left it very open-ended. Bryce, you're going to be the one contextualizing it. So you're going to have the most fun after you get all the images.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully by next week I'll send my images.
Yes. Yeah, we can start getting images from people. Yeah, and then Claire, are you doing just works on paper for the fair? I know they're not the same as the solo show pieces.
Yeah, I was gonna do works on paper, like abstract pieces.
Yes, I'm very keen on those.
Thanks. Should they be matted? I mean, I know you guys were just talking about sleeves, but what are the sleeves and
Oh, that's if we exhibit them unframed. And we have to get a label maker, but some people want them framed. So I guess everyone's different.
I guess for me, I don't need them to be, here's like, this isn't one isn't done, but for example, like,
Oh, wow.
this lighting is really bad, but
Yeah, that is some very bright, like white point lighting in your studio,
yeah.
which is great, but
Uh,
let's see.
okay. Well, I'm
I
like
love those.
towards the shadow, but I feel like if it were in plastic, it would look weird.
Yeah, the thing is, actually, you guys probably are better fit to answer this. In New York galleries or Chicago galleries, when works are shown unframed, what is a typical method? Because they're not using command strips to hold bare works on paper on walls, because that would damage the work. So I guess there's something special to hang unframed works onto the wall. I don't know. Do you know, Claire, right off the bat?
I don't know what does anyone. I don't know what the official gallery situation
That's a
is.
good
but
question.
I have some
Joan,
suggestions. Go ahead.
Go ahead with your suggestions first, Claire. Then.
Oh, so one way that I've hung things unframed is I'll make little tabs that go on the back and then that stick up, and then you can put like a thumbtack or a map pin on the top, like around where those tabs are. Also, there's those things that are like magnets that you put a screw in the wall, and then there's like really strong magnets that like would sandwich like the very corner of the work on paper, like between the screw and the magnet. Or matting it, yeah, or matting it. I don't know.
Yeah, matting is probably not a bad idea, especially Oxford.
magnets
you-
are kind of cool as well. Like if we planned it outright to have like a few different standardized sizes, like just have screws that are in a line with certain measurements that are like most common, and then you could just whatever works are switched out, you just magnet them off and on.
Yeah, that magnet idea sounds good.
I don't know what what the product is called, but I'm sure Googling like art hanging magnet would
Yeah.
them.
I know someone made the mistake in a young gallery of using silly putty to mount the works on
Oh.
paper, and that was bad as it left stains on the work.
Yeah, there's one small thing about hanging with magnet. It's like if it is like bigger piece and or if like the artist rolled the piece during the transportation, then the magnet might be not strong enough to hold
That's
the
true.
piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially things that are big if it's rolled, yeah, because they're gonna be
Yeah,
we're gonna have
kind
to
of
work
like
against the roll.
Ooh, that's painful. Okay, somebody suggested a binder clip with a thumbtack. Mm. And it's funny because I've seen some museums use push pins, but I don't know. Why would you use push pins, poke it through the work on paper? But I don't know.
Sometimes you put like instead of putting a hole through the corner, you like you use like the very
just
edge to
sandwich
sandwich
it.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I see.
you do that too.
I've actually seen people have the work on paper, then they extend it, then they push the pins through the extension. But that
Isn't
was like,
what you were mentioning, Claire, the little tabs you put on the back, wouldn't that be extending it and then using a push pin or any kind of a pin? But some of those magnets are pretty strong. I was just at the Bushwick Open Studios today, and I noticed that some of the magnets were like really, like hefty looking things. I think Claire kind of mentioned all the possibilities. And I just want to say that the magnets could probably work. I remember the Amy Silman show with a lot of works on big paper last summer. I think it was summer 2020. And I was surprised to see what I thought was like a huge pin. She used those T-pins, I think, and went right through the top of the paper. Roy, does that sound right? Have you seen people do that? I mean, she's famous and everything, so I guess she can puncture her own stuff,
well,
but
actually,
she seemed to hold it up well. And I'll tell you another thing, the paintings curled at the bottom. They
Yeah,
curled
That's
in.
kind of cool.
I mean, excuse me, the work on paper curled in at the bottom and was held in by these T-pins at the top that punctured the
Well,
paper. That's my memory.
that's what they did with the early Mark Lombardi drawings. They just pinned it. That's what Pierogi did in Brooklyn.
Okay.
But obviously when museums acquire it, they're not going to do that. So all of the work is now framed behind glass, but it's expensive. I mean, they're huge drawings, you know. But I guess if you're Amy Sullivan, you're just right out this fresh out the studio. You literally don't care. And actually, to be honest, maybe that's the charm, is having the holes in do the works on paper. But I don't know, Claire. I mean, do you dream about your abstracts getting punctured, or Aksa? I mean,
I would
I don't know.
Still
Aksa,
use
I'd be a little worried
T-pins
about
without
putting holes through
puncturing,
your
though.
spiritual, you
I
know,
would
ink
I
drawing. Honestly.
don't generally have such precious attachment to the things, but because they are so small, like a hole would be
Yes.
more noticeable than if they were bigger.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
So I would feel weird if they got punctured.
Yeah, I think we should try a different
You can
method.
use
especially-
T-pins
I like the
without
magnet.
puncturing it, though.
If not one magnet, you could use 4 magnets on 4 corners to just.
I think the
Yeah.
magnet idea is better, honestly.
Yeah.
Let me look.
What about like photo mounting squares for like lighter, smaller things in corners? Would that be a like?
Yeah, there is a slight problem
Would that work or no?
because the work's on paper, the weight's going to pull it down. Squares aren't going to hold it up, so it'll slide out from the squares. Sorry, I'm just looking at how do galleries do this.
Yeah. And also, how do you feel about us having different methods? Do you, as
Actually, that'll be
curators,
better.
want to
because-
have a coherent hanging?
I don't want consistency.
Okay.
No consistency, because this is a demonstration of feminist praxis, and praxis is what you're doing, not what we're doing. So very different, you know, it's self-expression. So however you want to hang it. I mean, if you want us to nail your piece like through like the middle, fine, we'll follow the direction. But you know, this is up to you guys. Except Roy, you might have. We're not going to nail through your TV, I promise, or monitor.
Yeah, anything will work, even just like a flat screen, like an iPad might work.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Actually, the
Oh,
iPad
true.
would be cool, but I don't have any like.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like saying anything.
You could bring the Surface.
Yeah, the only thing about having the iPad is, if the work's on the iPad, would they purchase the iPad if they will really want to bring it with them?
Oh, are you asking me?
Yeah, or you, Alyssa. I mean, are you going to use a monitor or iPad?
Yeah, I have an iPad. I would probably say they
I'm not
wouldn't
kidding.
purchase
We
iPad?
actually
I
have
don't
to
know.
now
But yeah.
deal with people wanting to buy the work, or
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I have because it's an application. I think that's probably the easiest thing to sell is the application itself.
okay.
Like for desktop. But I do have a monitor, like a desktop monitor that we could use. Just the quality I would be worried about for the video and the explanation. But
Yeah,
a couple
well,
different options. But
you'll also
yeah.
be here to help us install too, so that'll be good.
Yeah, on Sunday, I feel would probably
Yes.
be the best. The 10th. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
the install won't start until Monday, most likely. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So the
'cause
11th.
Sunday we're actually checking in to allow us some rest, because poor
Gotcha, yeah.
Bryce is gonna like start looking at Belgian like waffles at the wrong way on Sundays, and I don't want to start him off with the, you know, the worst impressions of my, or you know, what's my hometown, you know. So
Okay, sounds good.
but no, actually that'd be great.
Yes,
Go
it's
ahead.
probably gonna be just the that's probably the easiest, is just selling like application, huh?
I mean,
Or like putting the video on like a hard drive, like a thumb
Yeah.
drive or something, or
Yeah.
like maybe
Well,
ways like that.
we also have to figure out, because it's an application and yours is very highly experimental. Is it edition? Is it just completely open? I mean, we have to sit and look at the logistics because what happened, there are going to be some museums running through here, just so you know. I mean,
Mhm.
they did it last year before COVID, and Trenton Museum, I think, acquired a bunch of pieces. So this isn't like small potatoes, you know? So we have to think like on a practical level, museums, they just, I mean, the application's cool, but they'll want to walk away with some sort of physical object. You're going to have to go talk to them to figure that out post fair potentially. And since it's around the area, you know, if you do have to install for them, if it's like an institution or a museum or a private collector, you might have to end up working with them after the fair
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
because there are some people that do
Um,
collect that stuff. You'd be surprised. So
Yeah, I have, so it's like I kind of have a price breakdown for different things. I was thinking, I think the last time I was thinking maybe 5 editions, but the bottle itself with that you can plug in. So
Mhm.
that is like the application and a physical object. And then I think like the smallest thing is just the application itself, and that is priced significantly lower. And then so just the application in the bottle is a higher end edition, and then also the video itself is separate. But then I was thinking about maybe like paired together, there would be some sort of like a bit of a deal together.
Yeah,
But
Bundle.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But the the editions, if I'm selling them separately and together, it get a little confusing. So I do have to figure
yeah,
that
and
out.
especially because we're the gallery, so we would have to negotiate. We'll be the middle person or between the institution and you, but the install most likely, because of the complexity, will be done by the artist, especially you're close by. And usually
Yeah,
museums, if it was like somewhere elsewhere, they would actually pay the artist to install. So, I mean, and then Claire, the size of your pieces are going to be letter sized or bigger? Because the one you pulled
The
up for us,
largest they'd be is 12 by 12.
oh, that's actually very recent.
Nice.
And then Joan, I guess yours will be potentially bigger, right?
Varying.
'Cause
Well,
you're-
she's gonna have varying sizes, I think.
Yeah, well, yours aren't square or rectangle. It's all irregular. So I think, right?
You're on mute, John.
You're mute. Oh.
John, we can't hear you. You're
You-
muted.
John.
Hi, I'm back. I'm back.
That's all right.
So I have a new one on Instagram, which is pink, and it's about the smallest one that I have. And the rectangle is 33 by 22.
Okay,
and
great.
outside the rectangle is like 37 by 27,
Okay,
something
great.
like that.
We
That's
don't only
all-
want just small pieces, you know? We
just
wanna
that.
make- We want to vary up the sizes too. you
So
know?
would you consider that small? Is that okay? Or is that too
Yeah,
big?
that's actually
That's the
good.
No, that's
smallest-
good. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the smallest of those. And then I have all those hybrids, which are like 22 by 17 and are on
Yeah.
canvas but can be pinned to the wall. And
Those
then
are
a
nice.
couple
I
of
love those.
canvas pieces that are not so big. So I'll keep them on the small size.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, if they want big, you can put in the catalog. They would just buy through us, and then you'll just deliver from studio straight to collector or institution in that case.
Right.
So, but yeah, we'll figure this all out, and then pricing is pretty
Mhm.
simple. It's just double, like you'll put the price of what it's selling at, and then it's 50/50 basically. So just to make everything simple, obviously. So, see, are there any other questions, I guess, or anything we could think of now that we sort of started the Pandora's box formally for folks here? But okay, and then Roy, you also have to figure out practically if someone purchases your work, edition sizes, and also how you're going to disseminate it physically. I assume it's physical product. I don't know, like, or is it just a thumb drive, or like your work, that is.
Um, for the video part, I think it's going to be the thumb drive.
Okay.
Okay.
And also the objects, it's just like, I have no idea like how to price the small objects. It's just like super tiny. It's like this big, like ceramic pieces.
Yeah, well, size does not necessarily mean everything in the art world. You know, some of the,
So,
I,
it's
I
like,
mean, this is different than American like premise that size is everything, because some small objects can be very valuable, especially although for painting is probably the most, well, arguably the most traditional and works on paper, so size does determine. But when you start getting into new media art, I mean, look at Tom Freeman's experimental sculptures. They're small, but yeah, they're pricey. Let's put it that way. So the thing is, with those small objects, do you have like a storage box with like some sort of, okay, so that means you'll have some sort of presentation method, and the thumb drive goes in the box, I guess, with the objects.
Ah, maybe we're going to see it.
Yeah, it's hard to visualize them. It's gonna be cool.
yeah, I have this kind of like acrylic shelf that I
Ah,
Oh,
initially used for that presentation. I have 3 of them, so it's like those little tiny little pieces are going to be probably on those kind of like acrylic shelves. I can ship this to you, and also I prepared like the zine for as part of that work was like illustration that I made. So I guess I will just like ship you like, I don't know, a bunch of them, and you can just give them out for free if you want. I mean,
Actually, I
or-
would love to have a copy of that.
yeah, it's like very small things, kind of like.
Oh, I love
this,
it.
yeah, that's cool. I
like
it
like
looks
that.
cool.
So yeah, people doesn't need to pay.
I
for
mean,
this.
if we could get like a waterproof version of that zine, like I would wear it around my neck to class.
Oh,
That's I would
I'd be
love
the
to see
walking like art museum.
that.
I mean, I
That's-
have very weird ideas. You know, the fashion line I have with Patrick's kind of like off the wall. I mean, so, I
you
mean,
could
I
just
don't,
get it laminated. You
yeah, I
could
guess I would get it. Yeah, actually, send it.
laminate those.
Yeah, send it and I'll laminate
stick a
myself.
hole in it and you wear it to class.
Yeah, actually, that would be really good way. And then also Bryce, we have uniforms. They just came.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
told
very
me.
excited. Just so you know, the uniform's actually a t-shirt, which is, so took me a while to find it. It's Mike Judge's movie. That's where our gallery's named from. So it shows the 3 characters from The Office, like bashing in the fax machine, along with the Office Space Mike Judge logo,
Mhm.
which is not the font for our gallery, but that's the point, because confusion is good in the art world. That's what I believe. So people be like, huh, what? So the sort of the cultural illusion will be pretty cool. And Bryce, Ryan, and I will have that shirt, so they'll know it's like the Office Space staff. So anyway, terrible inside joke. Who knows where the art world folk would even know what we're doing. So anyway, but I think it'd be great. So let's see, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, and at some point, if you guys are coming to New York, I kind of want to know like food preferences as well. Especially if I'm going to plan a dinner and make reservation. Like if you're allergic, obviously, you know, I can't eat anything with pork, so it eliminates a lot of choices for me. But I mean, obviously, it'll be great if you're coming that I know like what kind of food you like, so I can sort of congeal something that in general most people would go for. I'm not that picky. Just avoid McDonald's as much as possible. And I know Bryce does not want to travel to New York to necessarily, you know, go to the Times Square McDonald's, for example.
No.
But, so yeah, that'll be good to know. Like if you hate Italian food, that would be great if I knew that, for example, you know, because I don't want to choose something that you would detest, you know, because we'll be there together. Let me try to think what else. Oh, yes, Claire, that's great. I'm in the same boat mostly. So yeah, if we can figure out monitor, so if we're doing monitors, Roy, we have to figure we got to get those shipped early because Robinson want to receive, especially the more difficult project. Yulia will have to ship hers from Poland to here, so she needs to ship early, but she's not here on the call, obviously. And then,
We'll probably have to do a separate call for her because of
oh,
time
sorry.
difference. I was just saying we'll have to do a separate call for her probably because
Yeah,
time
Yulia
difference
is in Poland, so
still,
we're gonna have to do a morning call.
like,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna probably make our next meeting
We'll just have to do that.
in the morning and then switch it because
Okay.
that's fine. I mean, I don't think too many folks work on Sundays, but I could be wrong. So I mean, we're a gig economy, so let's see. Sorry, I see Mirage Scattershot. I did not have a good dim sum meal this morning, so I'm still suffering the consequences from that. Let's see.
Yeah, and one more, I don't know, just an idea. One more idea for the monitors. I can also just like purchase one from, I don't know, like the
Best Buy.
yeah, Best Buy, like secondhand one.
Yeah,
It's
well, not
like,
that. You know, the smallest monitor I saw that
yeah,
people bring to work is like that 13-inch one. And it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
plugging
yeah.
the, but the thing is, it needs to read off like a drive or something.
Oh, yeah, I can, oh,
Or the
for the
USB
drive,
off like a
the
laptop.
media
You have to-
player, things like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you know more
Oh.
about this.
Okay, that's like an easy part. It's like a small media players like this size, and it's like
Oh.
$50 on Amazon, and I have like 6 of them. I can.
Oh, so they're like
very-
Raspberry Pi type things.
Yeah, it's like very.
Yeah,
you
that'll
can
be
just,
cool.
like plug the
Oh,
USB.
Joan, that's fine too. Yeah, we'll schedule for 2 weeks and I'll switch to the morning to allow for Yulia's schedule.
Whatever works, you guys. It
Yeah,
was
that'd be
great.
great.
It was
And
a- it
then,
was a
yeah,
fun
and then Joan, whenever you get a chance to just send me photos of the works, remember you can send like more work, a few more works than what's shown there, just so that we
Yeah.
want to make sure the inventory book,
Yeah.
people will know it exists so they can buy it. And
Yeah.
yours are fairly straightforward, so we can ship from your studio to their place.
I'll probably bring them.
Or, you know,
But yeah,
we'll have it in
yeah, yeah,
storage,
okay,
definitely.
okay.
Because we have, as a gallery, we're given offsite storage or on-site storage. I don't know. I'll talk to Robinson about that. But
Okay.
anyway, well,
Okay,
thanks
everybody,
for
thank
coming.
you. I
See
gotta
ya.
go. Bye.
Yeah, so Roy, we can get, I guess, stuff. I mean, there's Best Buys and electronic stores all over New York, so it's
I mean, heck,
not
you
hard
can
to
get a
get.
monitor from DI, like as
Well,
long as it works.
yeah, we'll have to go to Goodwill because
You can go to
there
like
aren't any
Goodwill. Yeah, they
DIs
don't. DI
in New
doesn't
York.
exist because that's only a Utah thing.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Thrift
yeah,
store.
yeah. My suggestion was because I have no idea like
Oh, yeah.
how much it will
To
spend
Oxon.
to ship a monitor like from me to
Yeah.
New York or
And we don't need a big monitor, you know? I
yeah,
mean,
so I was wondering if we can, I mean, I can just buy one, purchase another one. It's not going to be like more than $100 or it's about $100, things like that. We can even just like ship it back to me or afterwards or just
well,
like,
actually,
give it
most
to
likely it'll be
you.
included in the price of the work.
Oh, that will be okay too.
Actually, that would be nice. You get an option with the flash drive or with the monitor or both. I mean, this is kind of, and you have to specify that because in the catalog, we'll
Mhm.
say, oh my gosh, this is pretty bad. I might have to do the Best Buy font for that catalog. That'd be so commercial and terrible. Okay, too many bad ideas. The font, I actually probably use Helvetica because it's the very neutral font. It's easy
That's
to read
literally what
too.
like everybody uses for like
Yeah.
a ton of
Well, it's the
signs and
it's the
stuff
Apple
because
font,
of
too.
how fast it's
Yeah.
like how fast you can read it.
Yeah, definitely. And then, yeah, that'd be cool. And then Alyssa, you already have the materials anyway, so that makes yours a lot more straightforward. Anyways, Bryce, is there anything else we need to cover? I know you had to leave pretty soon.
I don't think so. I think we got everything like pretty covered, and everybody's kind of got ideas and things to kind of go think about or plan for now. And then we'll just keep you updated, of course, on what we find out with what they say about doing monitors and video, when they give us those details and stuff. So we'll just keep talking with the art fair people because, like I said, I mean, we've been getting more and more information, but they're still working on it and they're still like completing their logistics on their end too. So as we find out more, we'll just continue to keep you guys updated. But I'm good. So unless anybody else has anything,
Yeah.
I think we can just be done for tonight.
Definitely. Cool. And then Bryce, you'll have our first announcement release
Yeah,
by
I'm gonna
end
do
of
that
week.
this week.
Yeah, we'll want to send to all the artists, and then feel free to send to all your friends. And then also
It's just
before
gonna
we,
be a very simple like
it's just not, it's
announcement
just
of
announcement.
who's gonna be there and
Yeah.
details and dates and stuff. But
And then also, if you're coming, I need to know whether you want a VIP ticket. There'll be a VIP party, I guess, on Thursday evening, and then regular tickets too, if you want. So we get 10 VIPs and then 20 of the regular. And if you are, even if you think you're going to go VIP but don't end up, the VIP will still let you in the regular days of the fair. So, just I need heads up because I'm going to be getting codes from them at some point. So I'll give you the code and email you each that. So you can come in, I don't know, do your wine and cheese, I suppose. So cool. Anyways, any final questions? And then I guess I'll schedule within 2 weeks for the next meeting.
cool. Thanks,
Okay.
everyone.
Well, thanks everyone. Appreciate your guys taking time to do this, and enjoy a lovely evening for sure. And thanks, Bryce, as well for helping out.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you, Roy and Alyssa.
Yeah, you too.
Yes, thank you so much for this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Bye.
Okay. Take care,
Right,
everyone.
bye.
See ya.
I'm